Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys all of the tape locations and discuss a little bit of news towards the end of the video. But for now, I want to show you guys these tape locations because you're probably going to get to unlock the coolest skin. Obviously, if you've not already unlocked the Scientist, in my opinion, that's the coolest skin this season, but you're going to get to unlock a variant for the coolest skin this season, the Scientist. So you're going to want to do these challenges as soon as they go live. Do note, guys, these challenges aren't live yet. However, I want to show you guys the locations early because you can actually get them to render in replay mode, and obviously if I show you them early, you're going to be able to get the Scientist skin, the white variant, before everybody else. So let me show you guys these locations really quick. They're dead easy. The first one is over at Greasy inside of the taco restaurant, and if you actually enter into the restaurant, you'll find it on this back table over by the toilets, just located here. So this is the first tape you're going to need, guys. Make sure you go and grab that when it's available, and obviously it's just by the toilets inside of the restaurant, so on the back side of the restaurant. Easy to grab, make sure you're grabbing that one. So once you've grabbed that one, then you want to head over to, unfortunately this is a little bit of a debatable one, but you're going to need to head over to Tilted Towers / Gotham, because I don't know if this will still be here in the next few days, but it's actually just outside the theatre in Gotham, or if it goes back to Tilted, it'll be outside the building that's over here, or if it goes back to Neo Tilted, it'll be basically on this road here, or the western theme as well. So Tilted Town, it'll be outside the little house here. So I don't know which version of Fortnite it's going to be when this is available, because the Gotham challenges go out the game tomorrow, but the location of it isn't going to change. You can see it's actually hovering off the floor as if it's going to change with the location change. So that's a pretty nice feature, and we can expect probably Gotham either to get removed tomorrow or stay. A little bit of news there as well for you guys watching. Okay, so the next location is actually over by the Cube Island, so we'll head on over there because this is a really cool one, and one that you are going to want to get because this one will be rotating around. So it depends where the actual, well, you're going to need to get them all, but it depends where the cube actually is depending on what order you want to get them, because obviously the more efficient you are, the better it is for yourself. So we'll start off with the cube one, and then I'll rotate to two others which you guys can go to, because the Cube Island probably won't be here when the game actually adds in these tapes to be able to be collected. And the next location is on the back of this kind of yellowy, goldish car, moldy, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's on the back of here. You can see the tape right there, and you can grab it there on the back of this car outside of the motel building there. So that's a really nice one. There's actually one over at Paradise Palms as well. This one's really easy. It's actually on top of the main building. You can see it right here. Very easy to get your hands on. Nice easy one to land in on as well, because it's actually in the open, which is much easier than some of the others which are inside. Okay, so the next one is actually inside of the library, inside a retail row. So simply, the library is just here along this shop area. You've got Noms, you've got the fish place, you've got the closed down store, which might be a Halloween store again. Little map change news for there. You've obviously got the fields and then the library. So, you know, here you are. Into the library, you go upstairs and you'll find the tape right there. So once you enter the library, obviously, follow around to the right, head up the stairs, and there it will be, the tape right there for you guys. Easy grab, easy collect. And then the final one, most of you, I think near enough 90% of you watching this video who already watch my content on my channel, if you don't already, smash that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, stay up to date with all the latest Fortnite news on my channel, guys. But if you don't already watch my channel, you probably won't know this one, but if you do, you'll know exactly where I'm heading right now. It's actually over at Starry. This one is probably one of the coolest ones to get because it's in the new point of interest. We may see more getting added in tomorrow point of interest wise, but we'll have to go and check that. I don't know, because obviously there's no rift beacons anywhere, or so, you know, interesting stuff. But this is actually on the third floor of the kind of hotel type building, Hogwarts style, whatever you want to call it. You head inside of it and you have the little tape on the bed there. So nice new addition there on the third floor there. So really cool. Make sure you land in there and you will be getting access to that tape. Well done, guys. You've collected all the tapes, and you will get the white variant of Visitor, which is on screen right now. A little preview for you guys of that. So that's a really cool addition. I think, you know, it's probably the coolest skin this season, and to get a variant for it is awesome. You obviously want to get as many variants as you can, because before the season ends, you won't be able to gain access to some variants. So make sure you are grabbing every single variant available for you guys. I'm gonna have to do it as well. You're gonna have to hit level 65, which is going to be frustrating, but I guess if that's all we have to do and that's what we've got to do, I guess we can do it, and it shouldn't be too difficult to complete that task. So that's really cool stuff, and definitely is worth trying for you guys to complete. Now, the next half of the video, I want to talk a little bit about the timer, about the event, and a little bit more discussion on them sort of topics. So if you haven't checked out yesterday's video, I showed off a few map changes, talking about how the rocket has been fully complete, explained exactly what is going on there. I recommend checking out that video after this one. It's really cool. But the next video we've got working on the channel is more obviously theory and storyline event stuff. But in today's video, I want to give you guys a little insight to potentially where is the timer? Well, it's right in front of you. The timer itself could potentially be the cube. I mentioned in yesterday's video, and I saw a bunch of YouTubers mention it today, how Kevin the Cube potentially could be the timer. Yesterday I actually said in the video that Kevin the Cube is almost finished his lap around the map, and it potentially could be the timer. I didn't really think much of it when I said it then in the video, but now after other people have started covering it, I'm starting to feel, you know, maybe it actually is the actual variant of the timer in this season. So obviously in the past we had the actual TVs, we've had the second variant of it, version 2, with the glowing lights in the sky being kind of broadcasted off one of these sky stations. But this season we don't have much tech. Everything seems to have kind of messed up. We've got viruses everywhere, we've got the visitor, the scientists, kind of not knowing what's going on too much. They're a little bit confused. 2 of the 7 they are. And then obviously we have the Cube Island, which is maybe the timer, because Kevin is almost back at his starting point. He's got to still go around Moisty / Paradise, going through this location over here. Then he's got to rotate a little bit further around. He hasn't really been to much of the snow biome, so he might rotate in there. But I believe he'll probably just rotate through this way, follow the street down over here, and then complete his final destination, which will probably be Fatal, and then he'll probably follow up to the meteor, right? Because obviously he's going to be part of the event, Kevin the Cube, and he may need to be in position for it to kind of activate or start the event. Or just imagine if Kevin the Cube goes past the meteor and goes to the rocket. So we'll have to see. We've still got a few days to see him actually rotate towards Fatal. Definitely a few more days, roughly until the weekend, potentially when the event is going to start. And we may even see the TVs start to kick in a timer 3 to 4 days before. I know it is very surprising not to see a timer just yet, especially it being a huge big event for the season. This season is such a big event, and it is a little bit upsetting not seeing a timer. I don't even know when the visitor challenges are going to come, sorry, the scientist challenges for the variant is that are actually going to even come in the game. No one knows if it's going to be before or after the event, but that doesn't matter, because obviously the map's not going to change during the event unless they activate the event on the last day of the season, and then when the event's over they press the button and launch season 11. Now obviously that would make sense, but again that would be difficult for them to do, because doing that on a Saturday may kind of not comply with all of the organizers, or should I say publishers' laws. And you've obviously got I know rules, should I say, rather than laws. Laws is a bit strict, but you know, you've got different publishers. For example, they publish with Nintendo, Microsoft, Xbox. They have their own publishing company as well, Epic Games, on the Epic Games Store. So they've got a lot of publishers to work with as well, and they've also obviously got iOS as well. I've missed that one out, oops, and probably a few others that I've missed out as well. But basically they're publishing on every console that's current, and it's quite hard for them to do that on a Saturday from what I know, so that's why they will probably not do that. But it could be a potential, guys. It is something to kind of think about, because we still have a little bit of time before Kevin rotates around, and he definitely is going to play a part in the event. I've talked about in so many of my past videos. I'm going to mention it again. Sorry for the true fans who have heard me say this so many times, but I've talked about how there is so many power sources on the map right now. We have the rocket, the orb, you guys are probably listing these off in your head as I say this, the meteor and the cube. They're a total of 4 power sources. Then we even have the actual sword and the monster, so they even add up to 6 technically. I like to class it as 4 mainly, but we do have the monster who could potentially return as well for the event. Some big stuff going on, some big theories coming very, very soon. I can't wait for this season's event. Okay guys, so the next topic I want to talk about is bots in Fortnite. So here's a post from Mr. Popo, one of the Fortnite devs. He actually goes and says, as others have mentioned, in version 10.40 we'd started rolling out the new skill-based matchmaking to core playlists. This means that you can be matched with players across all platforms and input devices, and that those players are more likely to be of similar level. Interesting, or skill should I say, because it does say skill, but you know, similar level, skill, same sort of thing. The addition of bots in matches will not begin until next season though. This is really interesting, something which I thought to myself, hold on a minute. So they're putting skill-based matchmaking across all platforms. So you could be on PC against a mobile player, For example, if you share your console with, or you share your account with a family member, for example, you may play it with your brother on the same account just so you can use the same skins, which I know several fans of mine do that, you will actually get your skill matchmaking changed all the time, because you and your brother might be completely different abilities at the game, which means your kind of matchmaking skill base won't be fair. For example, if the better person is playing and he's playing against mobile players, he's going to be absolutely wrecking them. But then if you go and switch to your mobile device as well, so for example myself, if I'm battling people and I go and switch to my mobile and I search for a game, it's going to put me against the same people I was playing against on Xbox but on my phone. So I'm going to get battered, absolutely trashed. For example, Tfue. Crazy example, I don't even know why, but here's an example. So Tfue himself could be playing on PC, he's winning every single game back to back. Next minute he's out with his mates at the shop and he's decided to have a game on his phone or on his iPad, in the car or in the shop, and he's playing Fortnite and he's matched with the same players he's just played against on PC, but now he's on mobile. He's at a clear disadvantage and he will probably instantly lose. I think this is just so wrong from Epic Games. I think this is a big mistake. Maybe this could be because the player counts are lowering. I know that's a bad statement to make, but it makes sense if that is the reason why. Because if the player count is decreasing nationwide, they may have made this move so that you can instantly still get into games, which makes sense, but I don't think the skill-based matchmaking thing will work for two reasons. People sharing accounts, one person may have a better ability than the other, and obviously the other reason, for example, a pro switching to mobile when they're out. I know it's very unlikely, and probably the chance of Tfue playing Fortnite on mobile is probably 0.01%, but it's just an example and it could happen with anyone. For myself, I do play Fortnite mobile, and I don't want to be matched against the same people I play on console on mobile. It'll just be unfair and it'll just discourage people from playing the game. So maybe this is a mistake and it can easily be changed, but hopefully Epic Games do decide to do something about it, because I'm not liking the sound of it, and I probably guess most of you don't like the idea of it either, unless you are the better player between your brother or sister or family member or friend, whoever you're sharing your console with or account. You know, you're probably going to get matched with less ability players, or definitely less than you, so you're going to be able to beat them sort of people. A big discussion there, something which I thought definitely needed mentioning, and something which I'm kind of a little bit confused about, especially from someone that's played video games since year one. I see stuff like this just not working. I've experienced the Halo 3 skill-based matchmaking thing, and it worked for a bit. When you share accounts, which people do, it just doesn't work, and there's a lot of bits in it that don't work. The die-hard fans it will work for example, if you only play on PC, but because Fortnite's a multi-platform game, I could go and play on my Switch and I'm getting battered by PC players. Sorry for the long rant on it, I just thought it was worth a little rant because it is something which is happening right now, and it does need a little bit of a mention because it is something which will be game-changing to the Fortnite Battle Royale kind of game itself. Okay, so the final little thing I want to put in today's video is the username settings, guys. Apparently there is going to be a new option where you can change your username. Here is a little tweet from FireMonkey. You can now actually set people's in-game's nickname. That will be it. So you won't be able to change your username officially, but you'll be able to set a nickname for a friend, or maybe even have the ability to set it for yourself. I think that would be awesome because it will allow you to gain better connections with fans. For myself, I'll be able to kind of set nicknames for people so I don't get confused all the time, because I get confused a lot with the amount of people on my friends list. I really kind of lose track of who's who. So setting nicknames will be a lot more helpful for me, obviously, as well. And I'm glad that Fortnite added this. I think it's just a cool addition to add to the game. So thank you for that one, Fortnite. Awesome addition. Hopefully it pops in very soon. It's only been found in the files. Maybe even tomorrow. We'll have to just wait and see. I assume it'll probably be season 11 now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you are new around here though, smash that like, smash that subscribe, stick around for daily Fortnite content. I'm your #1 source for map change, storyline and news updates, constantly almost daily content on my channel. There are the odd days that I miss where there is nothing to cover, but most of the time it's daily content. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.